Okay, so this video is part 2. We're going to be doing a lot of talking about tuplets. So if you don't understand what a tuplet is, go back to the video before this, which is part 1. As I mentioned in my last video, there was a lot of comments on my irrational time signature video debating how to write the irrational time signatures. Now this topic is advanced and it can get confusing. So let's take a look, and I'm going to try to make it as simple as possible. Let's say for argument's sake you were playing something in 4/4 time signature and you were going 1 and 2 and 3 triplet, 4 triplet. When you get to this measure, you want to keep these quarter triplets going, but across 4 of them, not just 3. Now what I could do here, if you look at the quarter note triplets, there'd be 6 quarter note triplets to a measure of 4/4. So technically, each quarter triplet would be like a 1/6 note. So what I could do is I could make an irrational time signature of 4/6, and then just continue 4 more of these notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now what this commenter is saying is that when you continue these notes, you have to put the tuplet in like this. And that's going to keep that vibe going. Now if you watched my last video when I talked about why we need tuplets, basically you use a tuplet when the rhythm you're using is not divisible evenly by the time signature. In this case, since we're in 4/6, the quarter triplets are even to the time signature. So using a tuplet is kind of redundant. So technically, we don't need the tuplet. These would just be quarter notes in 4/6, and they would sound the same as quarter triplets in 4/4. So using the tuplet would be redundant. I'd even argue it could be incorrect. So for a musical context, it's going to sound like this. 1 and 2 and 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1, 2, 3, 4. Does that mean that the commenter is wrong? I've seen it both ways. So when I've read music that has irrational time signatures, sometimes I've seen it with the tuplets and they're continuing based on the context. Sometimes I've seen it without. To be honest, I don't know which way is more correct. And I would love to get the opinion of some of my mutuals here on the app to chime in. So if anyone out here has a good answer for which way is the more common practice, to use the tuplet or to not use the tuplet. And here's my thinking. My reasoning is that if you put the tuplet inside of an irrational time signature, now you're changing the rhythm inside the irrational time signature. So if you have 6 notes in 4/6 and you put a tuplet above 3 of them, wouldn't they now be triplet 6 notes? Now for the sake of clarity, that way might be easier to read, but I'm really not sure. So Adam Neely, help me out.